Hi beauties! Click here to see part 1 of this Get Ready With Me Smoky Eye and Glam Hair look. Alright guys, I'm starting out by priming my skin with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm focusing that on my T-zone because that's normally where I get the most oil. Now I'm going to prime my eyelids with this Urban Decay, I think it's the primer potion, I can't remember exactly what the name of it is. And then I'm going to pick up the color Semi Sweet from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is going to be basically my transition color, and I'm just packing that on in the crease and just kind of building the color up a little bit. You're going to see me go back to this color a lot during this tutorial because I'm going to be using it just to make sure the colors are really seamless and they all blend together. Then I'm picking up the color Triple Fudge. This is going to be basically the color that's used to smoke out this look. Instead of using a harsh black color, I thought this darker brown would be a little more subtle and not make you look like you have a black eye basically. So I'm focusing that on the outer part of my eye and also on the inner part of it as well, and then just connecting the two of those. Now I started out really slowly with this color because you don't want to use too much and you just want to kind of build the color up. Then I'm picking up this color from my the Naked 2 palette, Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'll leave the name of that color, the shimmery color, in the description box because I cannot remember offhand what the color is, but I just focused that in the very center of my eyelid. And here you see me going back to pick up the darker Triple Fudge color and also that Semi Sweet color just to blend it a little more, because I love that, especially on brown skin tones. The Semi Sweet color, it's kind of a brown reddish color, and I think that's just always really pretty and perfect for most looks. And here I'm just trying to kind of clean it up a bit by using the end of this concealer and building the color up even more. That's pretty much what this look is about, is just building up the color and the intensity more and more. Then I'm taking my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter and just popping that underneath my eyebrows just to make them pop a little bit more. And here I am putting the Triple Fudge color kind of on the outer part as well as the inner part of my lower lash line. And then in the very center of it, I'm using that same shimmery color that I used on the lid. And now that's pretty much it for the eyes. Right now I'm going on to my face. And this is my Josie Maran Skin Enlightenment Illuminizer. I can never remember the actual name of it. So I'm just putting that all over to give me a dewy finish, and then also sprayed with the MAC Fix Plus spray. And the foundation I'm using is one of my favorites. It's the Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless, and my shade is 330 Toffee Caramel. And so I'm just putting that all over because I feel like it gives me a really even color and a nice glow. It's not too matte for my skin, which is why I use the Illuminizer and also spray it with the MAC Fix Plus spray. And of course today I am putting on a lot more because yeah, Aunt Flo is responsible for that huge zit on the top of my forehead. So I'm just putting this all over until I'm satisfied with it. Then I'm going in with my MAC Prolongwear concealer. I think this color is NC42. It's just a few shades lighter than my own skin tone, just to brighten up the under eye area, and I'm focusing it also on the T-zone just to bring the light onto my nose as well as my forehead, and then just a little bit on my chin. And this is also where I'm going to clean up the eyeshadow a little bit more just to make it more precise and crisp. So here I'm just continuing to blend and kind of using a tapping motion to blend out the concealer because I want the maximum coverage, and you can only get that by tapping it as opposed to kind of smearing it across your face. And then after I'm done with that, I am going to set it with my Airspun loose face powder. I love this stuff so much because it's so finely milled and it has the skin feeling super soft afterwards. And so I just get my really big fluffy brush and brush away all of the excess, and because it kind of lightens my skin up a bit and gives me that white cast, I go in with my bronzer by Milani and just to bronze up my skin and bring a little more color back to my skin in those areas. And then this is something new for me, using a concealer to actually contour. This is the LA Pro Conceal, and I think the shade is Beautiful Bronze. As I said, I will leave everything in the description box because I can't remember everything offhand. but I'm trying this out because I want my contour to be a little more, you know, dramatic for this look. So I tried it out and I actually like it. I don't think it's too bad. You know, if you're going for that really glam look, I wouldn't do this every day. And here I messed up a little bit, but no worries. I just put a little bit of that same loose powder that I set my concealer with underneath, you know, the area to chisel it out a little more and clean it up, and that was all good. And then here I'm just setting all of that with the powder from my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, just to, you know, set it and to deepen the color a little bit more. And I put a little on my nose as well. I didn't put any concealer on there just so I wouldn't have that like masculine look, but I just put what was left over on the brush. And then here I'm using the color Red Vino blush by Milani. I love their baked blushes. They're always really, really cute and subtle and give you kind of like a sparkle. And then I'm just popping that Champagne Pop highlighter into my inner tear duct and going on to my lashes before applying my falsies. I use the Telescopic Shocking Extensions mascara. And then here I already have my lashes on. I'm wearing the Ardel Demi Wispies, but I feel like this look kind of requires more dramatic lashes, so I would suggest the double up lashes that Ardel has. Those are really glam as well. And then I put a little bit of mascara on the top to blend my lashes with the falsies, and just a little bit on my bottom lashes. Now highlighting has to be my favorite part. I'm using that same Champagne Pop highlighter and just hitting the high points of my cheek, also above my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin, just to kind of brighten me up and give me that dewy glow. And then lastly, we're on to the lips. I love neutral lips when you have a lot going on with the eyes and they're more dramatic. So I use my MAC Cork Lipliner along with my favorite MAC lipstick, which is Velvet Teddy. And then I don't really care for nude matte looks. I more so like them to be glossy, so I'm putting Boy Bait, this lip gloss by MAC, on top of it. And that's pretty much it for this look. I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus spray just to spray my whole face down to make sure that it lasts all day, all night, for wherever I'm going. And here is the final look. Hopefully you guys like these types of get ready with me videos. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and show your girl some love. If you are not a subscriber, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you beauties later. Bye.